After Jane hears Mr. Rochester's voice, or thinks she does, she's not sure if he's really in trouble, so she decides that she's going to go to Thornfield. And when she gets there, she sees that everything is burnt down, so she's really scared that something bad has happened to Mr. Rochester. So she goes to the inn and asks someone what happened, and the man tells her that supposedly his crazy wife, Bertha, has burned the house down and jumped from the roof and she killed herself. And Mr. Rochester is very much alive, but he's living in a different town in a different house. So Jane decides she's going to go there and see him. When she gets there, she sees that he's lost a hand and he is blind. So before when she gets there, she asks Mary if she can go in and see him, but Mr. Rochester doesn't like seeing people or having appointments with people. So he asks her to reveal her name and why she's there, but Jane just decides to take the tray of food into Mr. Rochester instead of Mary because he's blind so he can't see. And he realizes that it's her. And they pretty much tell each other what's happened over the period of time that they were away from each other. And they end up getting married, and Jane has a baby, and we find out that she's writing it 10 years in the future of when this all happened, and she said that she had a great life with him. So I think that this story is sad and wonderful because these two people really truly love each other, but they had to spend some time apart after the events that unfolded. They kind of had some bad luck at first, but it's wonderful because they made their way back to each other. Rochester got a little bit of his eyesight back. He was able to see their kid. And they are both very much in love with each other and they're very happy. And I think that's just great that you can find someone that you really love. I think Jane and Rochester end up being equal, especially at the end because Rochester can't see and Jane describes everything to him that she sees so he can kind of experience it too, and she helps him and devotes all her attention to him, and he's also making her happy and helped her when she needed a place to stay and gave her a job, so they're on pretty equal footing. And I would say that this story has a happy ending, and I really like how they made their way back to each other and they're still together and they get to have a baby, and especially that Mr. Rochester gets his eyesight back. I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah.